Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Human Revolution. How do you feel about homicide? Wait, I'd like to add an addendum.
Yeah?
Laser-based
No,
homicide.
still no. You know, I thought you were gonna maybe provide... No, I say we run through these people. And not with swords. You know what's really funny about this little bridge here? Because of the lights and stuff, and because we don't have the sound turned on, from afar it looks like people are kind of dancing. It looks like a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that fancy footwork. Look at them go. Look at them go.
I need them to return back to their default position so I can toss this grenade, because I realize that I have 4 of them.
There you are. Look it. It's green.
I was suddenly very afraid that one of them was going to kick it off the side of the map.
Yeah, I saw that happening too, but I thought it was unreasonable. I'm glad we share that fear. Makes me feel closer to you.
In this late hour, I think... Let's talk about a little bit about game design.
Yeah.
This game, especially the way that I've been playing it, which is relying on the stealth, which is far and away the easiest way to sneak, because it just sort of tests your patience and a little bit of resource management. And it doesn't even really take that much skill, you know? I mean, I'm doing it on purpose, though, so that way we can speak. We can speak to one another.
Yeah. Oh, look at these clowns. Oh, no, no. You don't come here. Why?
How? With what? What are you doing, weirdo?
He's just a flailin'.
Man,
It looks like he has tool arms.
I want to know why and how all of that. How did he see me? Did my invisibility go down and I wasn't paying attention? Did he smell me? Did he hear me?
I don't know, but he had lobster claw.
Maybe he's just like a bourbon fan. You know, it's kind of impressive that there are this many models on screen.
Yeah. They're all very stacked. Those two look like they were meant to be.
Friendly friends.
Yeah. Boy.
Big Spoon. It's funny because the Big Spoon is not the one that's armored.
Yeah. Well. Okay, I'm sorry. This bridge is starting to make me anxious. So when I get concerned, I get quiet often. There are a lot of people here, and we should not harm them if at all possible. We're going to give a pass to throwing gas grenades because I think that might be the closest to no harm that we can come and still...
Well, I mean, it's just, it is a non-lethal gas.
Yeah, but somebody might be allergic or have a breathing condition.
Yeah, that's true.
I know that this is a game and they don't model that sort of thing out, but still, it's not like... It's not good. Is he done? Did we do it? Why? Why does he know you now?
Oh, now I got him. Cool. You know what? I'm just gonna tank it until my energy comes back. There we go.
Yeah. There we are.
Because the other thing I have a lot of is healing hypos.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you know, I was trying to follow the directions on the tranquilizer rifle, and I don't think I'm understanding how the targeting system works. Like, I think I've misremembered it, and I mean, you've been watching. I haven't used the tranq rifle very much in this playthrough. It was a go-to the first time I played. But The stun gun is just, again, easier. It just sort of, point and click.
Yeah.
So, I think it was a mistake to have the energy meter work the way it does.
Yeah, where it only fills the last battery that is left not completely empty.
And only up to 2 of them.
Yeah.
I think. Actually, no. I think if you partially deplete the later batteries without depleting them all the way, I think it will still fill back up. Maybe. But I just think that the fact that it's on a timer period was a mistake. Because what it does... So, have I told you about one of the problems I had with the barbarian / berserker type class in Diablo 3?
Mm-mm.
I think I've talked about it on the show before. A quick refresher course. They had very powerful ultimate abilities that were just on a cooldown timer.
Yeah.
And there was always this nagging feeling in the back of my mind. Okay, optimally, then, to make the combat most survivable, especially on higher difficulties, you should always, have that as an option in battle. So no matter how minor the altercation, if you use it, you should just stand around and wait for it to come back. And there's no real penalty. There's no reason to not do that other than it wastes your time as a person. So it creates this weird scenario where it's like...
Plus, waiting as a barbarian jars you kind of out of character, don't you think?
Yeah, that's a good point as well. I hadn't considered it from a narrative angle.
Hang on, I'm not angry enough yet. Please hold, I must channel feelings about my stepmother. And her
slights against my people.
No, that's not doing. Hang on, let me read some comments on this post I did. Okay, all right, we're angry.
Oh, everyone is terrible.
Everyone is terrible.
Look at that.
Dag, yo, that's a lot of vertical, boring.
Displaced ocean.
Yeah, wow.
Imagine, that's probably, if I had to guess, that line might represent sea level.
Yeah, and think about how little ocean this really is. It would be like putting a pen.
Good God. No, I'm afraid now.
It would be like putting a pen in an aquarium. Or probably
or
even
like a straw.
In a swimming pool.
Right.
Pool noodle.
So, yeah, it gave you this incentive as a player to... The only disincentive is oh, okay, so if I waste my time, then I get a tremendous benefit. And if I don't, and then lose because I don't have that power, then I just feel stupid for not wasting my time. It can make an incredible fool of the player in a really kind of mean way, I think, right? It creates a space where you can look back at something and think, geez, I should have just not I should have used that. I should have stood around and done nothing waiting for that power to come back. If only I had done that insane thing, which shouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at is that, hold on, how much does this heal for? Does it go up to, okay, so it increases it by 25, but I think that stacks. So I'm going to go ahead and use this and use one of those, which should bring me up to 150. Okay, and then I'm going to save one last time. Oop.
Are these the final doors?
Very nearly. Very nearly.
Oh.
And I know that I saved at the top and I'm saving again, but I mean, it's just... The warning, I think, might have been a little early. How close are we to the end of an episode? Pretty close?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be super relevant to the end of the game. So let's go look at the giant hole while I wrap up what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I think that
Jeez.
I had you playing a little bit of Hyperlight Drifter with me. We played it in co-op.
Yeah, that was fun.
I think
hard.
I think that if you were to ask me, I would say that a system where most of your powers ran on energy, but then melee attacks restored energy, sort of inexplicably. There's no like solid narrative reason for it. They could say like, oh, well, they're like, you know, it's like a shake the battery, like, you know, the flashlights that you can shake and
to recharge the battery.
Right. It's just like that, but it takes another person's body weight. Punching it does it. Or like the adrenaline. Yeah, it's like the adrenaline of combat. The combat restores the...
Sure.
Listen, man, we just wanted a certain gameplay flow, okay?
Yeah.
Don't look too closely.
We just wanted it to work well, all right?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, that makes about as much sense. Like the combat high restoring your energy makes about as much sense as a little energy bar doing it. So I would say that a system more like Hyperlight Drifter, where you sneak around with your powers to get into position, or you barrel ahead with a more defensive power like you find in the sequel, and you restore it with KOs, or kills as the case may be. That might have been a better system, because it's a bit more taxing. It requires you to take decisive action. You don't get something for, I don't want to say nothing, but you don't get something for using the ultimate resource, which is time. You know? That said, I don't know, maybe it doesn't fit the nature of the game. Maybe the more methodical, because I mean, it sort of forces you to take time to examine your surroundings or rely on gunplay more decisively. Because it's possible to just, like, you know, load up on armor and recoil early on in the game and just shoot your way through with the I'm gonna go ahead and just say it, the better weapons.
Yeah.
Even the basic handgun, which I have a copy of, just in case, for robots, although I don't think I ever used it on them. It's a much better weapon, because just looking at it like this, the fact that it can hold 17 rounds before having to be reloaded once puts it miles above the stun gun. Because especially with the armor piercing mod, I'm pretty sure any human enemy that isn't a boss, if I shoot them in the face, I can just go bang, 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 and then that's just 4 people that just died. Sorry, 4 people.